Welcome to our project in Zipper, a long-term trading bot which can function not only independently but also can act as an assister for crunching and getting data. Our team members include Aditya Yadav, Arushi Jain, Khush Kansara, and William Zhu. To complete our project efficiently, we divided it into three main parts. The first part was to get the actual data. The second part was to shortlist the stocks that met our trading algorithm conditions. And the third part was to backtest the data with our algorithm to check whether it is actually working or not. For the first part, we created a web scraper that is capable of getting the minutely data of the past 30 days for backtesting and get the data of each day in the given timeline for filtering out purposes. After running a web scraper, this was the result. We were able to get the data of the past 6 months of top S&P 500 companies. The next part of our project was to filter out the stocks that would meet our trading algorithm from the given list of 500. To do that, we defined 8 conditions that we individually tested the accuracy for. If the accuracy was above a certain percentage, we took the stock names and added them to a file. That file was later used by main.py to get the minutely data of the past 30 days for back testing purposes. If we ran the shortlist underscore stock.py file, we got the name of the 9 stocks that met our conditions, and then a graph was generated to show us the accuracy. The first two bars are for the daily uptrend condition, the next two bars are for the weekly uptrend conditions, the next two ones are for the monthly uptrend conditions, and the last two ones are to test for our stable stock conditions that we set. We can observe that these graphs are actually accurate by taking out the data of the past 6 months and plotting the graphs of the uptrends of the stocks. As you can observe, all the graphs that our algorithm shortlisted are in a bullish market.
Now we're going to show you the backend. This is the code that runs in the background of producing our results. First up is our strategy. Now we've implemented trigger points to trigger the action of buying or selling a stock. Right now, these trigger points occur using a custom quant strategy that we've developed. The signal being used for this uses the deviation from mean averages method. Over here, you can see the actual trigger functions that determine whether a stock will be bought or sold. Now, next, we actually scrape all the data for the stock from the internet. And then after this, we run our trigger point function on all of this data. And we get a list of all the times we should be buying or selling a stock. In the end, we serialize this object into a pickles file. Next is the backtesting simulation environment that we've created. This is going to be a simple GUI that we made for the purposes of demonstrating the results for backtesting. We enter our initial investment and the code will run the simulations to find what profit we would have made in the last month. We also created a wallet class over here to keep track of the portfolio itself, so what stocks we have, how much we have, and the money we have. Now let's run it and see what it looks like. So over here, we can just enter, let's say we want to invest $10,000, and then it will start calculating in the background. As you can see over here, it's buying and selling stocks. Now let's wait for it to finish and see what we end up with. As we can see, the simulation has ended for the past month, and we've got our final value. So all the buying and selling has already occurred within our simulation. Now in the GUI, we can see that the final market value is around $10,600, where the initial investment was $10,000. So we made a profit about $600 through our trading bot. And this was just a quick demonstration of what it does.